prosecutors are right now creating a warrant of abatement. Come October 14th, he says he'll use whatever means necessary to clear over 700 people living here on this plot of land. I want you to take a look at your screen. This is the site rules agreement people will have to sign before they are given one of those badges. Now, happening right now behind me in this access tent, people are being given badges. There's a hole in the roof, and this garage door is completely taken off of the building. Now, this house fire, it brought out fire, police, and SWAT, all because of a hostage call that came in earlier this morning. Signs are still up all over the airport telling people to mask up. We were the ones who actually told an employee about the change. The sun is coming up. The orchard looks amazing. It's so beautiful out here, and we've made it to the Barnyard Playland. This is now the highest point at Lookout Pass. Really is a clinic on wheels. Let's go inside. There are 2 patient rooms right here on either side of this bus. As you can see by this damage left behind, we aren't out of fire season just yet. Our weather got a little bit weird, but that's not turning people away. You can see long lines here at the food booths. Everyone I met today is just so happy Pig Out is back. There were just so many emotions leading up to this big day. Now, they were up super early, around 3 a.m. to see it all unfold, but they tell me it's something they'll never forget.
Esther Bower spoke exclusively with someone who helped rescue her and shows us how it unfolded.
A weekend getaway quickly took a turn for the worst right here in Fruitland. People found a young girl on this hill attacked by a cougar fighting for her life.
Gonna be in my mind and my heart forever.
Ivan Zook will never forget what he saw up the hill from this campsite.
So when I got here, she was under the tree. I thought she was dead because she's hauling blood and everything. Covered in blood, basically.
3 friends had wandered up a trail, but only 2 made it back down. Lily was attacked by a cougar before being rescued by Ivan and others, and then airlifted to Sacred Heart.
I hope she's gonna be all right.
Her family says she is, quote, doing great and is in stable condition this evening. While our natural landscape is full of all kinds of wildlife, experts say this kind of cougar attack is extremely rare.
In the past 100 years, we've had 2 fatal attacks on humans in Washington state.
Lily did everything right by fighting for her life.
In this incident, this little girl did nothing wrong, and it just happened so quickly that there's nothing that she could have done to prevent it.
If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, try not to panic.
Do not turn, don't take your eyes off the animal, don't run.
Yell at the animal, make yourself look bigger than it is, and if it attacks,
fight back as hard as you can and try to stay on your feet.
Lily may be off her feet for a bit as she recovers, but she says she's brave and will come back even stronger than before. And head on over to KXLY.com to see how you can support Lily on her road to recovery.
Live tonight with why the judge says he handed down that sentence. Esther.
Well, the judge wants to get this right the first time. He says if his sentence was reversed, it would put the victims back in court to relive this trauma again. Judge Michael Price heard over 200 victim impact statements while deciding Sharp's final sentencing. He says numerous people told him time after time they wanted Sharp locked up forever. He's not allowed to make that call and wants victims to know why.
If this court makes a mistake or commits an error in this sentencing, the appellate court and most likely the Washington State Supreme Court will reverse my ruling.
That reversal would put victims back in the court to relive the trauma, and Sharp would be resentenced. Washington Supreme Court has made clear kids tried as adults cannot face life in prison without the possibility of parole. Sharp has to have the chance to get out of prison. Still, Judge Price handed down a sentence double than what his defense asked for. 40 years behind bars for the school shooter who finally opened up about what he did and the pain he caused.
Now that I'm here, I can see clear as anything that there's really only one thing I can say. And that's I'm sorry.
He apologized to the community he shattered and for ruining his family, and to the mom whose son he murdered.
Most of all, I am sorry to Amy and Emily for taking Sam from them. I know these are just words, but I do mean them.
Words that won't bring back Sam Strahan or take away the trauma they live with, but words he's taking with him as he prepares for nearly 4 decades in prison.
And I pray for forgiveness as God himself does forgive me.
And since this has gone on for so long, he's already served 5 years. This means he has 35 years left on his sentence and a lifetime of healing for those affected by this tragedy.
Esther, what we learned is that a new shelter isn't going to fix this problem.
Well, that's because of the 601 people living here, only 51 of them said they would even go to a shelter. With that being said, they still don't feel safe here. Can you say hi, Lily?
We lost my apartment, me and my puppy.
Jessica Chavez moved to the camp in June. It doesn't feel like home.
Scary, as in, like, at nighttime there's fighting, there's people yelling during the day. It's just very scary. I'm not, like, used to it.
But she says she still can't leave.
What's keeping me is my Social Security. We're trying to fix that. I guess I don't qualify.
Barriers like this are what keep most people here. Jules Helping Hands oversees Camp Hope and asked people, why are you here and what would get you to leave? 99% of those living here say they need a new form of identification, ID that's needed to find a job or get housing, an ID that costs money to get.
My backpack got stolen, I don't know, a month ago or so. So now I'm back to scratch, get my ID again.
Kaylee E. Palowitz has been homeless for 3 years, still unable to get on his feet.
I don't have a disability, I don't have a job. You know, it's hard maintaining a job for me, even though I have good work ethic.
Skills homeless advocates say those living here don't have.
The reason they're still in the camp and their biggest obstacle for getting out is no life skills.
So they're stuck. 601 of them, each with a story as unique as Jessica's, in a community that's growing bigger by the day.
I would like to get housing and get my own place. That's to keep me out of here, yeah.
And 77% of people here say what got them here were family struggles followed by a loss of income. So where will these people go if this camp is ever cleared? 100% of those surveys say they would move into tiny homes. It's something the city or county doesn't offer.